Words can sometimes get a little lost in a performance like this. So I've got some stats for you about that. So this afternoon, yeah, get this. This afternoon, West Ham United had 0 shots on target. In over 90 minutes of football, we registered 0 shots on target. The Crystal Palace keeper didn't make one save. Not one. Did not make one clear-cut save in over 90 minutes of football. That alone underlines the absolute diabolical display that we've just watched from West Ham this afternoon. And honestly, words fail me. To be totally honest, went and watched Oval last night, and I didn't think that I could see a worse game of football than that. And I think, you know what, there's one that's just gone pretty well up there. Absolutely appalling from West Ham this afternoon. There is I'll tell you what, there's only one positive to take out of that, and that's Scarles again. Came on, put a shift in, tried to make things happen. There's no other positive remarks that you can make about that. We were crap, and there's nothing else to it. Welcome back to West Ham Unofficial. Fathead, hope you're well. Not a great afternoon, but hopefully that's the last that we will see of the Greek bloke in a West Ham shirt, honestly. Desperately need some attacking reinforcements in a positive 2 youth players given minutes. Scarles seems to be part of the plans, and good to see Orford gets the minutes too. Absolutely, yeah. I didn't read your comment before I put it up, but absolutely, I agree. As I said it a couple of minutes ago, just awful, absolutely awful. And I didn't understand the starting lineup from the minute I saw it. I'll be completely honest with you, right? Why was Rodriguez starting over Soler? I don't know. Why was Cresswell starting over Scarles? I don't know. It was bemusing, to say the least. And that was reinforced by the display, by the performance. It was awful, right? There was absolutely no beacon of light apart from Scarles in that game that I can visibly identify. In the midfield, we are... Honestly, that's the slowest midfield that you will ever see. It's just so slow. Like, I could, if I was put in that midfield, I'd be an injection of pace, right? For goodness sake, it's absolutely awful, right? And I'm struggling to find the words to describe that, because it was just emotionless, right? It was completely and utterly void of any idea, plan, tactics. It was bizarre, to be honest, completely and utterly bizarre. From the moment that team sheet hit the desk to the moment that full-time whistle went, I'm still at a loss to what we were trying to do this afternoon. Really, really bad. And the first time I'm going to sit back and I am going to criticise Potter for those starting lineup and those bizarre inclusions of Rodriguez and Cresswell, because I genuinely don't understand what he thought he'd get out of that. And we all knew before kickoff what it was going to be like, and it was, unfortunately. Listen, he made the changes. He brought Soler on at half time. I'm yawning because I just had to watch that. Brought on Soler at half time and brought on the youngsters and Danny Ings. But I'm just at a loss to how bad that was. Like, I'm hoping Larry can bring some words to this, because I'm struggling to really, apart from crap and awful.
Yeah, I'm sorry I'm late. Oh, I'm sorry I'm late. I just had to talk myself off the ledge so I didn't jump off the house. So yeah, I just did the reaction real quick. Sorry I'm late. But I'm frustrated, disappointed, and angry a bit, because as I just discussed on my after action, is like, for the first couple minutes I thought we could do something. We had energy for maybe the first 5 minutes. I'll give us that. But then we let Palace dictate the match. They slowed the match down, and then it seemed like we just accepted that. And then we became statues and zero attack. And I'm not going to hit on Potter or nothing like that, because I'm tired of that. The players that we have out there got to perform. But I was suspect why Rodriguez was out there, and then and Scarles didn't start over Cresswell. Because you saw when Scarles came in the second there, he's the one that had some opportunities then on the left. You know what I mean? I love that kid, and I've always said it that I rated him several years ago in the academy. So I'm glad he's getting the chance. But yeah, I'm rambling because I'm still kind of angry.
Yeah, I'm just struggling to sort of articulate how I'm feeling about it, because it was just, this doesn't happen to me very often. I'm very rarely a man of few words, and I'm just. Yeah, I'm confused, to be honest.
I mean, the manager can't tell the players not to be moving around. You know what I mean? So, that's got to be on them. You know what I mean? I even, at a time, that's probably why when I get so happy when I see we have a string of passes going on, because it happens so rarely. You know what I mean? And I don't want to come on here angry and you have too many chats that after actions that do that. But I am a bit on this one because I just didn't see any movement on the team. Wan-Bissaka, a couple here and there, but he just didn't. I don't know if they're tired, but that's not an excuse. Now, granted, coming in but we're playing Palace. We're not playing Arsenal. You know what I mean? I don't know why, it's just we're allowing teams like this to look like they're championship teams. You know what I mean? I know Matt is a quality scorer and stuff like that, but we shoot ourselves in the foot. If we're going to play a game like that, then we go for a clean sheet, but we always have that mental breakdown. Mav is always good to screw us up for once. He gets that second yellow. No way in the world he was going to get to that ball. Fab, I don't think he should have went out for that save. I think Wan-Bissaka could have got him or just stayed because he was going to be on that angle. You know what I mean? So just silly mistakes like that. When you play the type of football that we play, we can't allow that because we have zero room for error. You know what I mean? And today was a perfect example of that they just sat back a little bit and then we're down 1-0 and we had no sense of urgency. Like I said, when Granny Ings came on and Alford and Skiles, a little pace picked up there. But if I'm Potter, I'm sitting back and saying, what's going on? Why aren't you out there hustling and stuff? But it's the same song and dance with us with the current squad that we have.
It's so poor, it is. And I think it was all epitomised by that old second goal shambles. Now, look, I mean, you can lay blame on Fabianski, I think, but I'd first like to deal with the three defenders or the three players that basically jockeyed him from the halfway line all the way to get him to pass it into the box. Right, we seem allergic to closing a man down. He took the ball 40 yards, right, and there was like a triangle around him. I think it was Souček, Kilman, and Orford or something. There was a triangle of people, and not one of them wanted to commit and try and put their foot in. It happens time and time again. It happened for the first goal. Mateta, he's in yards of space. Yep. Kilman was, trying to back off him. Put a foot in. Look, if you get done, fair enough, but it's better than backing off and not putting a challenge in to start with. We're allergic to putting challenges in, which then gives players time and space, and it's the reason we conceded 2 goals this afternoon. It's the prime reason, right? We let off Mateta to start with, and then we let off the other geezer to get the second goal. It's schoolboy defending. It goes from defence to the midfield, and our play is dire, right? You can see it a mile off. Fabianski to Mavropanos to Kilman, back to Fabianski to Mavropanos to Kilman, maybe in the midfield, back again, backwards, sideways, up, backwards, sideways, backwards, sideways. It's tedious.
And teams know this. 100%. And teams know this. Our best passing is we're going pass backwards. Why are we so effective at that? Because other teams don't give a crap. Go ahead and play backwards here. You're either going to make a mistake or we're just going to counter on you like they did there. We're so predictable, and like I said, I definitely attribute not the lack of hustle, but our attack put so many people out. Paqueta wasn't 100%. We have, like I said, Bowen's gone. I know he's back training, and then Somerville did get the knock in the last, or like maybe a slight hammy, so you got to save that. But now going into the Villa match next Sunday, what do we got? Mav, I hate to say it, but he's one of the only guys we got back there, and he's out for next match. We don't know Tadebo's health. He's not even getting his next step. Probably would be, if he's healthy, would probably be a sub, right? So who do we put back there? So good news is we'll probably have to see some more Skiles because you have no choice. I don't want to see Cresswell anymore. He's done great for the team, but he's slow, out of pace. And Rodriguez doesn't even want to be here. And then he almost cost us a goal in the first half with a bad pass, and we just recovered. So, West Ham has screwed my weekend again. It's supposed to be my birthday weekend, too.
Well, I mean, Tadebo, whether he'll be back or not, if if Tadebo's not back all of a sudden, then he'll put Cresswell at centre half. There's nothing else we can do. It'll have to be Cresswell and
who else we have? Yeah,
Kilman, because there isn't anyone else who can play centre half there. So look, I hope that Tadebo is back in time for next Sunday. I don't even want to think about next Sunday, to be honest, because oh my lord, that's not going to be good. But yeah, I mean, it was another Lopetegui performance. It was. Scholes offered energy, the only source of that. A question for the fellow older hammers. Well, I mean, that's not me then, is it? Can anyone remember a slower West Ham team? It is all over the pitch. Listen, it stems from the midfield.
Yeah,
how in his right mind today is he gone and he's picked the midfield of Souček, Rodriguez, and Alvarez, right? You can't get any slower if you try.
And we had Alvarez up there. I'm sorry, Jake. We had Alvarez all the way up forward attacking because we didn't have nothing else. You know, even the commentator said it. I'm like, you're right. But he was up there. Actually, that one shot that he had outside the box far away, if it was a little more right, that wasn't a bad shot. But he's our one defender back there in the mid, and it's just ridiculous, man. How do you have that? You're right. I'm sorry to interrupt, but it's
no, that's all right. It's ridiculous. Mike, another bad day at the office. Absolutely. Great game again, West Ham.
Yeah.
Not very good, mate. Not very good. Absolutely. Ref gave us enough cards to get a full house. I mean, that Maverick penalty. I mean, I thought Alvarez was going to get sent off as well. He put in a couple of changes in the yellow card.
He could have got one too. That one takedown, Jake, he didn't call anything. I think it was on Eze. That was a yellow card, I thought. So we got away with that one. So he wasn't going to let Mav get away with it.
Yeah, and then I mean, he didn't have no choice to referee. It's lazy, it's poor, it's ridiculous from Mavropanos, and sums up his afternoon once again. He is completely and utterly useless. Without a target man, Kudus was null and void. With Kudus not effective, it restricted Paqueta's play. Behind that was 100%. A wall. Absolutely. I mean, people are putting in Kudus had 2 on him. He was doubled up on, and listen. Teams aren't letting him turn now, so they're just sort of nullifying all of his threat, and his danger is just being eradicated more and more by the game, unfortunately. And Jay, he just can't get out, and he can't run at players, and he's not getting those opportunities. And even if he does, there's nobody to pass on to, or there's no final third outlet to provide. And
and to Palace's credit, they do have a big midfielder. Isn't Gay one of their midfielders, and he does play sometimes for the England team? I thought he's he's a quality player. Isn't he a midfield defender?
Defender, yeah.
Defender, yeah. I liked him, but. No, it all stems from we don't have a midfield that can get the ball up to the forwards to make those things happen. We're just not getting there. We're heaving the ball up just like old times if we do that. Literally, we did not have a shot on goal, and I call it maybe to the 84th if that one pass in that we, to Kudus, if you want to call that. If not, nothing. That's got to tell you something.
Not one shot on target.
Yeah.
Not one shot on target in over 90 minutes of football. It's absolutely embarrassing. Paqueta did so much more as a target man than Kudus. He did the other night, and that's not something that I expected to happen to us. Kudus is suffocated. He is. There's no options going forward.
100% he is, yeah. They're pinning him. You're totally right. Yeah. If they know that we don't have much of an attack, they're doubling up. And Paqueta has looked much better since Potter's come on. I don't know if they're just letting him go free, more energy. And I think today that whatever happened in the warm-ups affected him, I think.
A lot of strolling. There is a lot of pedestrian ambling, meandering round. I
started stretching out. I thought I was going to come in the second half, but they said they can only have one person with a Kudus jersey.
Matt is admiring your interior design, Larry, with your kitchen.
That's my wife, so I don't know. I just live here.
I just live it. We live to fight another day. We do. Larry lives in a 10-bedroom mansion. He does.
No.
You should see the state of this guy's mansion.
I don't live in a mansion. I'm just a man living in Lexington, Kentucky, frustrated with my team.
He basically owns Lexington, Larry. He does. Now I tell you what, this is joke of the day right here. Right? I live in a building with over 500 rooms, a flat. That is very good. That is very good. I may well use that on one of our preview shows because the rest.
But this is a good feeling. This is like therapy after you had
it is.
Experience. So I'm letting it all out now. My wife will appreciate that. So I'm not walking around the house not talking to anyone and just mumbling. So I appreciate you letting me come on for that, Jake.
That's all right. Well, I mean, we could try Casey at centre half if all else fails. He might go a lot for that. Probably time to start drinking. Can we get Aguirre back? Maybe. I don't know. Anyone at this point, to be totally honest. Aguirre is better than what we have. Just didn't turn up second half of last year. I'm inclined to agree. Actually.
Yeah, right now, I mean, you got to relook everything, Fathead. I agree with you because what we have right now is not doing it.
Larry, where do we go from here? Because that was low. That was probably the lowest of all lows this half. I mean, not having a shot on target sums it up, to be honest. The midfield was slower than what you can get at the Carome. Attacking wise, it was just nullified and obsolete as a result of the midfield. Defensively, it's schoolboy stuff, and it's absolutely unacceptable. Some of what we're seeing from the likes of Mavropanos, especially, it's just not good enough for this level, and we're being found out week after week.
You know what? Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, you know what I would do if I was Potter is this. He's already showing, if you looked at Emerson's face where he was getting pulled off for an academy guy like that, that's good because it goes to show there's no spot protected right now. And if these guys are true athletes and care and have pride and stuff, what I would do is I would have them in the film room tonight or tomorrow and showing them the mistakes they had and asking them the question, what happened? To Matt, why'd you do this? Or why? Or a couple shots where we see ourselves standing around or passing the ball backwards instead of attacking it forward. And then they'd be on the pitch tomorrow, and I continue to work them. Potter, he's a new manager coming in, nothing to lose. These guys have not done it for us. I said this even with Lopetegui. I said it sometimes with Moyes. At some point, we have to hold them accountable. If you're not the right person for it, then go. And then what I said even before when I made this, what our prediction for the rest of the season was, I would love 10th, but 12th to 14th. What I want to do is get rid of the people that we don't really want to have here, make sure we're not relegated, stay above the relegation zone, and regroup. But get the people in that Potter wants and all that. Because you know what? As fans and as a West Ham club, we cannot just continue to get different managers here like we're changing our socks. We just got to.
No, I think it's Look, listen. I think it's daft to be, criticising Potter too much. Listen, I'll criticise him as I did at the start, and as you did, Larry, when you came on regarding starting Rodriguez and starting Cresswell over Soler and Scarves. I genuinely didn't understand it, and I still don't now. And, I don't think there's any sort of justification for that. That's decent, to be totally frank. And listen, hopefully he'll learn from that. He's brought in some of the youth players, which I like absolutely. I really like that. And if we can just get through the rest of this season, it's over this season, right? And it's been over for quite a long time. And let's just get through it. Let's comfortably stay up. Let's get the amount of points that we need, and we need to rebuild once again in the summer. It's a sign of an unhealthy football club when you have to rebuild after every summer, and we have done for the last three. That's a concern. But players like Cresswell, as you look forward, Fabianski, Ings, they should be nowhere near this football club. They should be nowhere near starting or near this football club. And that comes down to Sullivan and Steiden, unfortunately, and the recruitment and what we've done. And listen, I'm hearing reports that we're going to sell Louis Guilherme to Saudi Arabia.
I heard that too.
We bought the fella for 30 million quid in the summer, and we're going to sell him on in the January window. It sums it up. It's a mess, a complete and utter mess. And it's on the pitch now. It's transferred to the pitch. And if we play like that, we're going to get our backsides handed back to us next week against Aston Villa. And we go to Chelsea and we go to Arsenal.
Exactly. Yeah, you hit it on the head right there. We're playing some quality teams there. And if we play like this, we're going to see them 5-0 again. 5-1. And we can't.
Well, I mean, look, we've got Villa, Chelsea, Brentford, Arsenal. And you go into March, Newcastle, I know, got battered.
Holy cow, look at that schedule. The way we're playing now, everybody in the chat and Jake and Richard, how many points you really think we can get from that? You know what I mean? Right now, that could be a freaking – it's scary. And I'm not trying to be dramatic or nothing on there, but it's just reality.
It's scary.
We all watched that match just now, and you tell me that type of team right there, hopefully we'll get some players back, I agree, but still we know play these teams that you're talking about and get some results.
One thing I'm glad about is I didn't get up early to go all the way up there this afternoon and have to come all the way back. So that's one good thing. I'm glad we went there to kind of endure that pain. But hey ho, yeah, not good. Really, really not good. And looking for a response and a better lineup and a better performance as we head back to Villa Park next Sunday. Larry, thank you very much indeed. I'll upload your reaction in just a second. And yeah, I suppose we'll do the preview next week.
At the end of the day, we still cheer for our club, though. I'll complain all we want, but we'll stick with it. We'll go on to next week and hope for the best.
Absolutely, pretty pathetic today. Not many positives to take from it, but we move on. What can we do? From us, come on, you Irons.
Come on, you Irons.
Right here on West Down Official. Thank you very much, and goodbye. Cheers, Larry. Thank you.
Cheers.